Alright, hello everyone. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
I'm Single Sarah.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. And this is the Season 1, Episode 7 review of Westworld.
Yes, it is.
And it's actually been a couple of minutes since we've seen it.
Woo!
But yeah, this one was, holy crap.
Oh man,
This was actually good all the way through. Like, it wasn't great all the way through, but it was good.
It had some good moments we had been waiting for, and a very surprise.
Yeah, the surprise ending. So if you haven't seen all this, we're going to have major spoilers.
Spoilers.
Probably the biggest plot twist of the season so far.
It's
Goku. Hello. He said
Goku.
salutations. That's what Charlotte says.
Yes.
Charlotte said salutations. It's a fancy way of saying hello.
Ugh.
Okay, sorry. Anyway.
But this episode was fairly epic. It really was. It was great.
I know. We finally got to see. Whoa.
So, Dude and Dolores.
Yeah, Dolores. I kept wanting to say Deborah, and I'm like, that's not right.
They finally got together on a train.
I
As they were
really
going
didn't
through.
think that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I was like...
After he was all, I got somebody at home.
I'm like...
But you know what? They got over it, and they sure did have sex on the train. What on earth?
Yeah, very much.
We've been waiting for them to get together. I just wanted to see them kiss. They did everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how about that?
It kind of makes me wonder, what do they do if, like, let's say he absolutely falls in love with her.
He already kind of has.
Yeah, so he has, and he wants to, let's say somebody wants to stay there.
Here's the thing.
Such a big place.
Somebody wants to stay. I mean, if they pay the money, I'm sure they'll let them stay there.
Okay, I mean, I don't think that'll happen.
No, I think, you want to know my prediction?
What?
He's going to try and help her escape.
He might.
He is going to try to help her escape.
My question is, after these robots escape, how are you supposed to help them? Like, how are you supposed to fix them if they get wounded?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are they going to know how to fix
That's
them?
true. There's a lot of long-term questions. They're not thinking of the long-term stuff, though.
No.
They're thinking, I'm tired of this place. I want a better existence. But they're not thinking of the long term of...
Well, you might not have much resistance if something happens to you. And nobody
Which they mentioned, because Maeve is wanting to leave. And they're like, that'll be a suicide mission. You're designed to stay here. Like, even your skin, you're designed to not leave this place.
And it makes me wonder, is it to like a point where once they get outside of Westworld, they like shut down? Or
once they get outside of the perimeter of like the building, and like I would say they could even make it out to where that dude was hanging out by the pool and stuff, because it's on property. Once they leave off property, who knows?
We've never seen off property.
Exactly, we haven't.
Like, we don't really know, aside from the occasional picture, what outside property looks like.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's in the future, so there's no telling what that might look like.
Crazy.
Yeah, Goku. The robots are a lot like people.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell the difference.
You cannot.
And
we learned that this episode.
Yeah, you learned that this episode. Very big spoiler. Huge, like the most massive spoiler in 7 episodes so far. We find out, the last warning, by the way.
Yeah.
We find out that Bernard
is a host.
The man who has basically, the show's been following on the outside this whole time, has been like behind, like one of the lead programmers, and was one of the people behind the, supposedly the coding that everything was messing up and everything. He got fired this episode. And then at the very end, he and the other lady go to, let's see.
We always forget her name.
Charlotte?
I think.
Teresa.
No, Teresa.
Where's your
Okay,
list?
yeah, Teresa. She, they've been hooking up for a while,
I didn't make no list.
Oh, I thought you did.
and we actually, her and Bernard go to, Ford's little cottage.
Yeah, where he had the leftover bots, so to speak, that
Yeah,
his partner had made.
So they find this door and they go down.
Well, no, they don't find this door.
She does.
She finds
that was the
door.
first clue.
That was
something
the
was
first clue. We didn't know it until after they got down there.
Well, remember, he said that place was meant to where nobody would see it.
No, he said the host can't see what can hurt them. Him seeing that door would have led him down there, and seeing all that could have hurt him.
Yeah.
It's like she showed him the drawing of him, his model, and he couldn't see it. Literally.
He couldn't figure it out. Yeah.
He's like, I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with this.
And that immediately was like, oh, Lord, look at this. So come to find out, he is a host, and he ends up killing her under Ford's direction.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's gone.
But she's kind of bitchy anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, though.
Yeah, the people do have relationships with the robots. What it is it's a park. It's a park where tourists come and they interact with these robots, and their interactions with the robots make the robots act certain ways.
You can't tell they're robots.
No.
That's basically a human body with a brain, with like a computer brain.
Mm-hmm.
They do a very good job of making them, like you could like, like a weird way of thinking about it, like, one of us could be a robot and nobody would ever know.
Nobody would ever know.
I mean, they have emotions, they have everything. It's crazy. I mean, it really is.
Mr. Wolf's on. And he said, well, if it isn't the three-piece nerd combo. And it's true.
But yeah, this episode was solid. Very solid.
So
because it had the biggest plot twist of the season so far.
We have convinced Goku he might watch Westworld tonight.
Dude,
it's really good.
Seriously.
Just keep watching it, though, because it
The
gets
first
better.
episode is, it was like a 9, an 8 or a 9. But after that, it just picks up and it keeps going up. So,
yeah,
definitely
Just
watch
it does.
it.
It gets better. I mean, there's just some tiny dips, but like it never dips below like a 9. The episodes have been really great so far. Matter of fact, I would even go as far to say that this season, 7 episodes so far, is better than Game of Thrones' first 7 episodes.
Oh, yeah. Totally agree with
I love Game of Thrones.
I do too, and
But there have been more. I've cared more about the characters. I've cared more about the story. I love the visuals. And I mean, to be quite honest, Game of Thrones didn't really start hitting its stride until 2 or 3 seasons in, when you really started. But this show so far is, I'd be tempted to say, probably at least my second favorite show. And that's I really have a hard time anything competing with Game of Thrones or The Walking Dead.
Right.
But
we're really involved in that story and partial to it. I mean,
yeah,
that's
but
what it is.
Comparing first seasons, Westworld has the best. Yeah.
Lord, Mr. Wolf wants to know when you're going to do co-op Far Cry 5 with him. Seeing as we don't even have that game.
Okay, number 1, Far Cry has never been my thing. Number 2, if the money works out over the next couple of days, I might just be playing a little bit of Ark with you next week, if that's your thing, maybe.
What are you looking at me for?
I don't
Well, I mean, why are you looking at me?
I always look at you whenever I make some kind of crazy financial statement.
I know. I don't know why you do that stuff on air. It drives me crazy. Literally. I don't like discussing that kind of thing on air.
Okay, anyway.
Lonicus.
Yeah, Ronicus.
Sir Anonicus.
Yeah, just letting you know, for Game of Thrones, I was done with Game of Thrones over the first few minutes. And then about 6 months later, I came back and binge watched the entire series. And it ended up being a really good decision.
I was at my boyfriend's aunt's house. Actually, I worked with her. And
She had a boyfriend.
Yeah, Sarah had a boyfriend.
yeah, once upon a time, I actually did have a boyfriend, but yeah. She watched it, so of course I had to sit there and watch it. And then, like, when I got HBO this, 3 years ago, I finally just watched it all the way through.
You know how, just, like, I'm not going to name any names or anything, but...
But let me, hold on. You won't be done with Westworld in the first few minutes. Let me throw that out there.
Yeah, you won't be.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
He said he was done with Game of Thrones over the first few minutes. She said, you won't be done with Westworld in the first few minutes.
No.
That's very right. It was good.
Because it leaves you wanting more. I mean...
Every time.
Because there's so many...
Just like a mediocre man.
Wow. Okay.
Bye, Beowulf.
See you later, Beowulf.
No, there's just so
Lonnie,
many
Hill.
mysteries and things that are...
They're like, why is this happening?
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah, they do a really good job of throwing a ton of interesting questions out at the very beginning.
They
It makes you want to
did.
keep watching.
I don't think I've ever watched a show where I've had this many questions before.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a lot of mystery.
There is, and there's always at least one surprise in each episode. This one was like a really big one.
This one was the biggest surprise we've had yet.
Yeah, because now we're going to be wondering, okay, who the hell else is a host that's just been walking around the whole time?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's...
Yeah.
Our next one's going to be Teresa. That's who he's making now. That's my bet.
Okay, so he
Oh,
said...
what, you actually think that the new lady...
That the lady that he's making, or the person he's making in that basement, it's a new Teresa.
Well, he did say
That's
something
what I
about
think.
her blood.
Blood sacrifice is what he called it. Interesting. Yeah, he's going to have her as a host.
I mean, he's got to hide it somehow.
Yeah, okay. That's a pretty...
He's
We're going to magically see her at the end of this next episode.
So
maybe not even at the end.
How do we know he hasn't disguised Arnold as somebody now?
Interesting. I don't know.
It's a man in black.
Another thing, what
I know. I mean,
now it's like
the Man in Black has been shot several times and hasn't.
Sure.
I'm gonna go with him being human.
Okay.
Especially because.
Well, yeah, that's right.
That
guy recognized him. That don't mean nothing. We thought Bernard was human the whole time.
I know.
Even in human memories.
Yeah.
God, that broke my heart. Why would he torture that man like that with that kind of memory?
Because he's a robot.
It don't matter.
He doesn't see him as a human. He sees him as a work.
Yeah.
That is sad.
But,
and I guess
he was very distraught
when you create these things from the ground up, you do see them as less than human. Whereas somebody who first meets them as human doesn't see them as robots, they see them as a person. And I guess it's like when you build a car from the ground up, you know, it's just a labor of love. And I don't know, it's weird.
It's his way of thinking, because if anybody else had done something like that, they would treat them like people because they're their babies.
Yeah.
They have put them together and basically raised them and everything. So that's why, but I guess, you know, if you're going to make them real, they got to have real memories to make them act a certain way.
Which makes me wonder if Bernard was based off a real person now. And if so, where is he? What happened to him?
I
think we may know. Well, there's only 3 episodes left in this season after this one. So we've got 8, 9, and 10 to go.
How do you explain him talking to that lady on the other end of the video then? How do you explain
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Remember, there was one episode where he's talking to his wife and they're talking about getting through after what happened to his child.
Maybe it was fake.
Maybe it was just a memory
Yeah,
that
maybe
he had.
it was a memory implanted in his brain. But you're correct.
But
that did happen.
He went back to his desk and did that.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know.
I mean, it kind of, I don't know.
Maybe she's a robot, and it was all, I don't know. We're kind of getting into weird territory here. I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know. There's like unlimited possibilities, as I said.
Yeah, Luna, we totally recommend Westworld. It is really, really good.
Yeah, hello,
hello, by the way.
Vanna Strike. Hey. I know I totally butchered that.
That's why whenever they come on, I say Luna. For sure. Okay.
Lunar Vanna. There we go. I think I got that right.
Well, okay, whatever you want.
Lunar Vanna.
Nirvana.
Lunar Vanna.
I know.
I think that's
right.
the play.
Anyway.
So yeah, this episode. Let's see. Seems like where was the Man in Black? I wonder.
He was not on this time.
Was he on last? Yeah, he was on last time because that was the one where Teddy really flipped out and.
I was like.
So I've noticed that they're not really giving us a whole lot of Man in Black. We're only seeing him like every other episode now, because he was missing the episode before that as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I mean, they got a lot of storylines they got covered.
They really do.
Well, they said I got it on that.
And we still don't know what happened to Elsie.
No, they didn't even touch on that.
Nope.
And I'm like, oh my god.
Maybe they'll say something.
Maybe Elsie's a robot and they put her in storage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean that's always a possibility.
Just like they kidnapped her when she was telling him all that stuff.
I'm so surprised.
But maybe she's not, and telling him all that stuff would have triggered something, since he's a robot.
That's true.
I'm very, very iffy. Like, I can't believe we haven't seen the basement storage yet. I honestly thought that by now we would have had some kind of a hint that maybe they're coming alive down there. Or something.
That's going to be a season finale thing. That's too big of a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be a season finale.
That's not going to happen until everything's ready to hit the fan.
Yeah, or they'll get it chill and then that happens.
Yeah. Whew, God almighty.
What about Charlotte?
You
think she's all like...
I like
innocent, but really she's out for some blood.
Heck yeah.
And
I think the fact that we see her, she has like the robot tied up on her bed, and she's like really getting to business, and she just like calls Teresa in there and is like, no, I'll finish here in a minute. Let's just sit here and have a talk.
Oh Lord,
interesting.
I
was like, you know what, this is awesome.
Funny, I bet you were.
Absolutely.
But really, and the thing is, they don't give her and like the board members and other higher ups, they don't give two craps about this park.
No,
they want the information for other stuff. Probably super soldiers. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
They probably want to make weapons, sell them to the government.
That's probably where they're going with this.
Yeah.
Because they've already said, oh, what do you think? We're just doing this for the guests.
Yeah. No, they're not.
There's always ulterior motives there.
Every freaking time. They probably just want to make this super army and take over the freaking world or something. It's kind of lame. It's a little overdone.
I mean, we're not there yet. We don't know for sure what's going on.
God, I'd be surprised if it's something different. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would be absolutely shocked. It's the government. I mean, not really the government, but it's like higher up CEOs. What else are they gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really. If they ain't gonna sell it to the government, they're gonna take over the world themselves.
Not to mention, it's people running it who don't go to this park ever. They're running it from the shadows somewhere.
Yep. So they really think of these as just host, as they say.
Yeah.
I mean, they've not had any interaction with them. They've not seen people interact with them.
Mm-mm.
They don't know.
And I'll go ahead and say that, definitely Charlotte is pure evil, because anytime...
Yeah, I don't trust her.
it's almost like anytime they show a sexually confident woman in a TV show,
she has to be evil.
She's always pure evil.
She has to be evil if she's overly confident. Sucks.
Just Game of Thrones for the Red Witch, Cersei.
Yeah.
I don't like
but
her
those,
anyway.
you know, the ones that end up
evil.
confident but have to build that confidence.
Always, you end up being like
natured.
Daenerys, Targaryen, and
it's just a shame that, like, as a character, you have to go through shit to be a good guy. You can't
didn't we
be
just
a good
have
guy.
a discussion about that on the page today?
That was on your personal page.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. For some reason, I thought that was on the.
It's along the same lines. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's along the same lines. Oh well.
But regardless, what
It
do we
is
give
what
this
it is.
episode?
This episode gets a freaking 11.
Yep.
Yeah, it's that a unanimous gold star from Untitled Nerd Network.
I mean, honest to gosh, even if like nothing else happened but finding out Bernard was a host, it'd still get a freaking 11. Because that was just such a big reveal. That you really did not see coming.
That was good writing.
Yes.
Because I was legit, like, saddened for him. Because when he realizes it, it just...
It was really sad.
It
you
was.
could see the expression on his face.
He was like, no. No.
Yeah.
My son, my wife, that really happened. I remember those.
Oh, God.
And then it was weird to see him switch. Because...
And kill her.
Yeah. Because Ford was automatic. And once he figured it out, Ford switched him like this.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen to him now? Because technically he's
Fired.
We're probably going to end up seeing him in the little hidden area in Western gear later.
Yeah. That or at the old office that's abandoned. Because he can't leave.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason I think he had Ford had Bernard take her down there, is because people got suspicious if he just kept walking around. Because that's what he would have kept doing.
Well, they said he's been there for like 30 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or however long. I wonder if he really had, or he was just imagining.
Nobody know that, though.
Yeah, people would have figured it out if he wasn't.
I don't think he was there that long, because she asked if he was around
when
Arnold was around, and he wasn't. And that's been how long?
34 years.
Okay, so I don't know.
But he's been around a while. The thing is he been around a while to himself, or has he really been around a while?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, we don't know if he's, maybe they'll have a...
But people who work there stay to their area and never go anywhere else, never do anything different.
You know how boring that would be?
I'm sure the pay is well, though.
Yeah, and I'm sure you get perks like nights with the good-looking robot ladies.
Yeah, or not get to really go anywhere.
I don't think I'd care.
You probably wouldn't.
Sometimes money ain't everything.
No, but you throw money and sex, and he's sold.
I tell you what.
Yeah,
okay, I have a
5 years strong.
I have a morality question for Sarah.
A what?
Westworld morality.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you something. Okay, you're dating a dude. Y'all go to Westworld, and he bangs a robot hooker. Is that cheating?
What the hell?
She said, "What the hell? Is it cheating in your book?"
People in the audience, what do you think? Comment below.
I don't know, because I wouldn't do something like that anyway.
You wouldn't, but what if he was like, you know what? Robot.
Well, that also makes me think, if you're going to have sex with a robot, are you not good enough to have sex with me anymore? Or am I not good enough for you? I'm just saying.
Okay, let me flip the table here. You show up at Westworld.
If I'm not enough, bye.
Okay. you show up at Westworld. You have a boyfriend back home, or he's there with you, or whatever, and robot Western Jon Snow pops up and says, "Guess what, Sarah? I'm
Sarah?
the male version of the robot hooker.
You keep your spanky in your pants."
I don't know
You really wouldn't sleep with Jon Snow?
I don't know if I believe
boyfriend?
that.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. Really?
Robot?
Oh.
Yeah.
Because see, here's
she said no.
here's the okay. I mean, I'm good with that.
Unfortunately, I'm loyal.
I will go ahead and say that I don't consider that any different than using another inanimate object. Granted, they're not inanimate per se, but it's a robot. It's not a person. It's not a living, breathing, soulful human being.
So you sound like one of those people that's trying to shut down Westworld now.
I ain't trying to shut it down. Trust me, that place is fun.
You trying to shoot yourself up? What you trying to do?
He's trying to get there. That's what he's trying to do.
I'm over here trying to trip Sarah up.
It's
And it ain't working.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I don't even know why you're.
Okay.
Doing
Well,
this.
I mean, I thought I might get the right answer, but I didn't. So anyway,
that you did get the right answer. That's how she
true,
feels.
true. If anybody, I would really like to see audience opinion on that.
Some people are
Like-
more sex-driven than others.
That's actually going to be.
That's true.
I think that's probably going to be like a standalone video at some point, like during the off season or something, because that really warrants discussion.
Yeah, like nobody's wanting to discuss it, so
I think it'd be
yeah,
pretty neat.
totally.
I mean, we've only got 2 people in the chat.
Totally warrants discussion.
It's probably like Lunarvana and you. So
Probably so. Go.
yeah, our live videos on reviews don't really get a huge initial audience. But
No.
anyway,
They get it afterwards, and that's all that matters.
that is true. 11.
Yep.
A total of 33 points, which
Why does that even? Can we wrap this?
I know. I was getting to that point.
You have to add all the points.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
A 33 platinum star by Untitled Nerd Network.
Platinum.
But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it for
Gosh, you okay?
for this particular episode. This one was called, what was it called? Trompe Lawali.
It's called episode 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how to pronounce that.
Remember our Nintendo Switch giveaway? We are
How many subscribers?
oh dear God, now we're 39 away.
Yep, 39.
They're dropping like flies.
Stop.
Anyway, we're 39 subscribers away from 1,000, our goal of 1,000. So all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and then screenshot where you subscribed and send it to unnprizes.com. And then we will draw a winner
Nintendo Switch.
the following Saturday Night Crew after we get our 1,000th subscriber. And we'll be giving that Nintendo Switch away to one lucky fan.
Yay!
But anyway, in conclusion, I'm Lonnie.
I'm Amberlicious.
I'm Single Sarah.
And we are Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. This has been our Season 1, Episode 7 Westworld review. We will be back Sunday night around 8:30 for Episode 8. 3 to go. Can't wait. Also remember, our Season 2 premiere will be on April 22nd. Everybody have a good rest of the night.
Yay.